This morning. Yeah, let's do this, right? Let's just get into it. We got a lot to talk about today. So yesterday, of course, we talked about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Akademiks thought that the best move for Nicki was to get on Queen Radio and drop a diss track. That did not happen. She did have a lot to say to Cardi, though. Let's see. Sorry. Nicki said she was mortified about the altercation during Fashion Week, the way people from the upper echelon were looking as they walked by. Let's roll some of the audio.
The way they passed by looking at this disgusting commotion, I will never forget. I just want to let the world know that Onika Tanya Mirage would never, has never, and will never speak ill of anyone's child. I am not a clown. That's clown shit. Well, the other thing that's clown shit is telling the world that someone said something just so that you don't feel fucking dumb. You knew that when that footage came out, you was about to look fucking dumb. So your publicist, who also looked dumb, they hurried up and put out a statement. And you know what? She has built her career off of sympathy and payola. Let's get up a 1-800 number for postpartum depression. Because let me tell you something. That's nothing to joke about. You just had the biggest blessing of your life with a child. And in 2 weeks, you have attacked 3 women, 1 at Fashion Week, and left looking the way you left looking so that people could point their fingers at our culture and at our community and laugh at us some more?
All right, there you have it. So, for the record, she said she never had any commentary about Cardi's kid. She said she would never do something like that, but she did go on to try to dig up some older receipts of Cardi allegedly saying some terrible things about black women, apparently making a comment about someone's dead child, on and on. I don't know. What do you guys make about all of this? It got pretty ugly, of course.
Nicki, by the way, I'm loving this new lane of rappers who are also realizing that not only they could write and they could put together bars, but they could speak really well. You've seen Joe do it, Remy do it, shit, and clearly Nicki has a knack for her radio show. And to be honest, I think she's a good orator.
She's excellent at it.
She delivered an amazing propaganda yesterday, and shit, by the end of Queen Radio, I had my pink wig on, and I was saying, yes, bitch, yes. And of course,
Akademiks.
I 100%, shit, I was disliking Cardi yesterday. I was like, God damn.
Wow, okay.
Cardi. No, this is how well she presented everything.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff she was saying about Cardi, it's been either said before, or some of the things Cardi's even refuted.
Yep.
But hearing everything just kind of brought to the surface and put in perspective, given the understanding that we all had that, yo, you attacked Nicki, or you were trying to attack Nicki, whatever, at a fashion show because she mentioned your child. Okay, you've done similar things. Secondly, given some of your behavior, are you in any position? It made Cardi actually look crazy.
Right.
Crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I would have rather the track, but the propaganda that she laid down, and I'm not saying everything that she said was true, but trust me, if I'm a impressionable mind, which most fans are,
right,
I probably listened to this and said, damn, Nicki got a point.
Yeah, so one of her big storylines here was that Cardi has allegedly sent men to beat up strippers over men she's been involved with. There are a lot of things thrown around.
My question is this, right? So yesterday when you said like what Drake was doing where he kept poking and shit, he seemed like a bully. So do you think that Nicki doesn't seem like a bully in any of this? Like, do you think that she hasn't done anything to antagonize the situation? From bars to the little subs that she's throwing in bars to, Cardi never said that she said something. She said that somebody said something about her and she liked the tweet or liked the comment, etc. So you don't think that she's had a point in picking? I feel like all of them is out of their minds. Like, seriously, I'm gonna keep it 100. I feel like they're all out of their minds. I feel like Cardi has just been feeling the heat from Nicki saying little shit,
right,
for not just on her album, but for the whole time Cardi's been having her run. When she talks about other rappers or other women and she never says Cardi's name, and we all know she's talking about Cardi because we never put nobody's pen game in question other than hers as a female rapper. I feel like she just had enough of it. And yeah, this shit is a little bit out of hand, but I think actions beget actions. And I feel like Nicki can't, I understand the point she's trying to make, but you can't act like you have nothing in how she's acting at all.
So to the question you asked, right? You said,
do you feel like she's playing a little bit of a bully? Because Nicki is the bigger superstar. She is. She's the biggest. Cardi's on the come up, but Nicki's the bigger superstar. She, even though her music may not reflect it, right? She has a bigger voice. And she's done a lot from, all right, you got her poking through bars, you got her poking on the radio show before she said anything.
It's a good question, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Cardi fans would look at it and say, sure, she's being a bully, you know? But the Barbs would never see it that way. Sure, I'm saying, of course, it depends on whose side you're on.
I don't think Drake is a bully.
But I'm sure that, the Barbs looking at this.
Well, you have someone who seems like, who's basically apologizing the whole time. With Cardi and Nicki, Nicki's been taking shots. Cardi has been too. Like, we're gonna sit here and when she won her little VMA or whatever it was, the MTV award show, and she basically got up here, y'all bitches, and she was talking to Nicki.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
So she's been taking shots as well. I think what you have to take away from this, and I do not believe Nicki's being a bully, because to be honest, this is the first time I feel like Nicki's actually managed to swing the pendulum of sympathy, even though she accused,
her side?
Yeah, to her side in a while. And I think that's very telling. She's treating this whole thing like a veteran. Cardi looks like an emotional rookie. Okay? And while she might be right in some of the things, somebody talk about your kid, fuck all that shit. Like, let's get to it, right? But Nicki is playing this, and she's playing it to the public. And you know, in music, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's not really sometimes what really is going on, how you really feel. It's how people perceive it.
Better story, right?
Exactly.
A good story always better than the truth.
And if I listen to Queen Radio, I saw that incident, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to look at Nicki and say, damn, girl.
Because of the way she started it. The way she started by saying, I was mortified. I was horrified. You have people pointing at our culture and laughing. She's just an expert in the way she delivered that. We have to give her that.
Race card, man. No, Nicki masterfully pulled
the race card, but at the same time, she also said, you came into my culture. Like, that was a bit much. That was a bit much.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Because so Cardi B can't be a part of hip hop culture. This is Nicki's culture.
No. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm saying her, again, what she laid out is propaganda. It's for people who are listening to say, you know what? I'm subscribing to everything she's saying. There are a group of people who feel like, shit, Azalea Banks well, of course she's crazy, but still, Azalea Banks is one of the people who always try to say, hey, Cardi B, she's Hispanic. She's not black. She gets these opportunities that us black women don't get. And it's that separation of, even though
we can't take her seriously because she also shits on Nicki Minaj in the same breath, right?
You're right.
You gotta keep her out of this conversation.
Rapping Bodak Yellow word for word.
Right. Okay, you're right. But when Nicki puts that into perspective, along with other things she said, Nicki as well said, hey, you didn't have to write your rhymes. You didn't have to go through that underground period like I had to. You basically came up with a silver spoon. You're privileged. That's why she led it all up to, you need an intervention.
She said that she came up with a silver spoon and she's privileged. See, but that's where the frustration builds.
Right.
And I'll say this, like, even with her playing the race card, listen, show me a black person that don't say racial shit about everybody. Like, let's just keep it a band. Like, everybody says shit about everybody. So her saying that, and then another perspective is maybe she felt like that at a certain time. I was watching a documentary on City Girls or something, and somebody was saying something about, no, was it City Girl? It was somebody, a female rapper said, it was something that she said years ago. And it was like, yo, maybe she felt like that years ago because she was dealing with a certain situation or a particular person. When somebody's dealing with something, they're not going to be nice to the person that's fucking with them. They're going to pick on everything, whether it be their color, whatever it is, right? Now, I just think that that's excessive. Now, we're talking about Nicki swinging the pendulum for her own sympathy. Yeah, she pulling out the special sauce on this one because you don't even.
Do you think it was effective? Maybe not blinded, but do you think it's effective?
Listen, I'm entertained. Like, what I will say is that I'm entertained about all the shit that Nicki's doing. I feel like they're both just out of their minds.
But do you think the average fan at this point, right, who's telling the better story? So I'm sure wrong has been done on both sides. Just to
Right.
be fair, let's
Absolutely.
say that, right? So now it feels like whoever's telling the most entertaining story, to your point. What do you think the average fan believes now?
They're rocking
The
with
truth-
Nicki right now. They're rocking. Listen, I don't know how calculated she was with this particular radio show, but
6ix9ine called up in the first like 10 minutes.
no,
Right,
no, we
exactly.
get all that.
Funkmaster Flex was there, dropping
but
bombs.
she's dropping, hey, listen, I got this clip of her speaking years ago.
Right.
I have screenshots of her calling black women roaches multiple times, right? Which, by the way, Cardi has addressed in the past, but nobody cares now because now everybody knows it. She addressed it to like a small Twitter audience before. Now everybody's on. It's like people discovering Drake doing the blackface. Oh, shit. Like, he did that. People knew, but it's on
I
bigger
don't think
level.
that's the same.
No.
Okay, here's one thing.
I feel what you say. I'm just
So
saying.
in terms of her, Cardi saying, you've tried to stop my bags, right? This is something we've heard before. She tried to counteract that by saying, now you're trying to like stop the strippers when that's where you came up. So she really tried to like get her point for point.
Yeah, she got her. I'm sorry. Like, Cardi is gonna come out, I believe, Instagram Live, tears and all. You're gonna see Mama's Love in full display, and I believe the pendulum is gonna swing back to Cardi because this is, again, I just believe this is all until they rap, it's all propaganda.
Yeah.
How could you get what theory could you get people to buy into?
Right.
And I believe who speaks last will believe. Like, Nicki really had me believe. I was like, damn, Cardi, you're a horrible person. I was sitting.
You're so
seriously.
impressionable.
Yeah, like damn, dog. You're a
If I-
cheap date.
I'm not
Hold on, wait. If I'm listening to everything that Nicki's saying, and if I'm going with that timeline, again, I'm thinking like an impressionable fan is.
Okay.
Of course, I have had interaction with Nicki, so I got my personal stories to tell about her. But I'm thinking like a regular fan. If I'm a regular fan and I seen all that painted about someone even that I like, might make me look a little bit different at her.
I feel you. I feel
And-
that for the average, because but then you have, I don't know what Cardi B's fan base is called, but you got the Barbs, because like you always have those people that no matter what, they're just gonna stick with them.
Right.
Through whatever. So you have the Barbs, you got the B's or whatever you want to call them, and I think it's just gonna be a spat in the war between them to decide who comes out on top.
What if Cardi never responds?
She's definitely gonna respond. She's from the fucking Bronx. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's like,
It's just, what's the move right now?
what's the move for
Then they
her?
go back and forth for weeks
I'd diss
until
her.
someone gets
Yo,
tired.
If I was
Actually, drop the track. Then
I
don't
would
say
diss her.
anything.
Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I was Cardi, because at that
Drop a
point,
diss song?
yes, I would. You
if
wanna
it's
know
a
why?
good one, that could be a move for Cardi.
First off, we're not looking for Cardi to fucking lyrical miracle bar nobody up, right? But I'm just saying, like, if we're just basing off of who goes first, who goes last,
Yeah.
who catches who with the punch, if I was Cardi, I'd diss her. I have Offset and Takeoff write the craziest shit for me, and I diss the
I
shit
don't
out
want
of her.
Offset and Takeoff to write any diss. I don't want to hear Drip, the remix, the Cardi diss. I don't want to
So
hear
you think that if they had to diss somebody, they wouldn't be capable of doing it? They're good. They're good
Offset's
enough
a good
rappers.
rapper.
They're good
Yeah,
enough rappers.
They wrote a song for Cardi on their album. It's called Drip. I don't want to hear that being a diss song.
It's not
I'm
good.
sorry.
Of course, like,
Drip.
come on.
No, I'm cool. No, like, I mean, she has capable people around her. She could definitely come up with something. I just think that opens up a very slippery slope. You're not writing your shit. You're
Right.
dropping diss songs.
But she knows. Everybody knows that. That's not a secret. Like, wait a second. That's not a secret. Cardi not
Yo,
writing her shit or
wait,
not writing her shit is
yo,
not a
hold
secret.
on, hold on.
Are you
I'm
speaking from your perspective
No,
or the
I'm
average
surprised-
fan? Because if
no,
we're stuck
I'm
talking
surprised
about
to hear this from Wayno.
Why?
Because
No, but it's
when it
well
comes
known.
to diss songs,
Yeah.
that's probably the only time that I look at the culture start at least embracing some of the traditional
So
values.
there's no more. Now listen, I love tradition and all that, but we
Yeah.
talking about 2018.
Exactly.
That shit don't fucking exist.
what if she dropped like a back-to-back that they wrote that was good and it was also catchy and they played it in the clubs? Seriously, we're thinking as an average
now
fan
he wants to be
not
on
as
hip hop,
you. Yeah.
real hip hop time. Get the fuck out of here.
Or be the average
now
fan
you
or
on
be you.
that?
Hold on. I'm
What?
not gonna lie to you.
What?
If Nicki get washed by Cardi in a rap battle, I am done with Nicki, and I'm taking her legendary status.
Which I don't think. What I'm
I
saying
am.
is,
I
don't
can't call her a legend.
Listen,
you get washed
Nicki-
by Cardi.
But it's just
Wait,
what do you
wait,
mean
wait.
by washed now? You
Nikki, wash is a very loosely
No,
used
what I
term.
mean
We're saying
is,
if
what I
she
mean,
drops a
what I
very
mean
catchy
is,
diss
like
song.
if we have two songs to compare,
Mm-hmm.
and I could say at the end of the day that Cardi had the better, I don't care who wrote it.
Dog, you can doctor. This is.
Wait a minute.
I don't
Wait a minute.
care.
So when we were talking about Drake and Pusha, right? You thought that Pusha had better bars and Drake was more clever, creative. So you're saying that if Cardi comes up and her bars don't match up, but she's clever and creative, she could actually.
Hold on. Are we comparing Drake to Cardi? Cut it out.
Not exactly.
You're not about to do
I'm
that.
talking about your like how you try to break down diss songs. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes you say the creativity is more important than the
sometimes
actual
you say a lot of
bars.
silly shit about this song.
Right.
No, lyricism is different from like who
You said
the
Rich
public
the
routes
Kid.
with.
You said Rich the Kid. This song was Takeover, so I can't even take you serious on this.
You hear this guy?
You did say that. You said that.
I wasn't
No,
trying
no.
to,
said that.
I wasn't trying to bring
Hold
up
on.
bad blood between you two.
No. You see, I like how you take it out of context.
Propaganda.
I said
What?
he was talking boss talk. Like I
Let's
heard.
just
So what
get off
if
the
Cardi's
subject.
talking
Let's
boss
get off this
talk?
because
And
we're
what's
gonna
the
go.
number one?
She's gonna talk
We
to the
going
chick who
into
been running
some
shit for
wormhole.
10 years.
All right, you're right.
Cardi, do not drop a track. Actually, Cardi, this is a time you need to learn from the pro. You got to pick shit up quick. The way how you usually handle shit, the culture's frowning upon it. It was cool the first night. Yo, she almost snuffed Nicki. You
Is
have a
the
knot on your
culture-
head.
man, I wish we
Let's
could
keep it
ask
honest.
the culture
You
sometimes.
have a knot on
Verify.
your head. Everybody's looking at you like, yo, you kind of made us all look ghetto and ratchet at a fashion show. That's what everybody said. Nicki didn't say anything that.
Who everybody
No.
said that?
Is that really how everybody
that's what I'm saying.
feels?
Who
Can we
said
poll
that?
the fans, please?
Yo, we don't.
It was
wait,
a
wait,
bunch of
wait, wait
security.
a second. We don't
It-
look at Cardi no different. And I said this yesterday. We don't look at Cardi no different because that's who she presents herself as. Like, listen, if it was that bad, why the fuck?
Hold on. Are we
what?
condoning it though? Are we
No, I
condoning it?
don't condone those actions. But me not condoning those actions don't tell me that the culture is like, oh my God, they made
Yeah,
her, she
look,
made us look so bad.
Hip hop
No,
always
the fuck
has
we didn't.
messy moments in public. Are we just saying this is the worst in history because it happened
No,
in fashion
no,
week
That's
or
why
what?
people got to chill with they work. Like that's why people got to chill the fuck out with how they talk to other people because then when shit happens, then everybody up in arms.
I think that Cardi right now is not looking good.
Okay.
And I feel like the way she normally handles things, I just don't believe if she approaches this situation with Nicki, it'll be good. Because I heard an interview with her on Angie. She says, I don't do diss tracks. So I'm going by her words. I don't do diss tracks, I beat bitches up. If she gets on Instagram...
Okay, exactly. Now you can't be mad
All right,
when
hold
she-
on, no. Okay,
all right.
so she gets on Instagram Live, and that's I believe that Nicki just approached it on really some queen-like level that if you come on that same type of, it just doesn't, I don't think you're going to win public perception. But I could be wrong. The Ratchets,
I mean,
they do love
if
Cardi.
they had to go at it, I would think Nicki would lyrically get
Of course,
her out of
we
here.
could all
But I'm
agree
just
on
saying,
that,
like,
yeah.
it would be, what I'm saying is at this point, we're not even fucking talking about music anymore. We're talking about
a court of public opinion.
women. No, we're talking about two women who have a disagreement with each other that are attacking each other through media outlets and platforms and all
The
that.
court of
instead
public
music.
opinion. And the court of public opinion, it's very fickle. It's very fickle. Like, you can't, like, sometimes they might look at you like, you could be real. We saw with the Meek and Drake thing. You being real, and they calling you whack. You feel me? That's just how it is. A meme could kill you. So again, you have to treat it very delicately. I don't think Cardi wearing her emotions on her sleeves like it seems like she has been will work out here because Nicki just did a very calculated move by shitting on everything she's done.
Queen
bad.
Radio, so like it's
So
good.
lit, yeah.
right.
she really is amazing at radio. All right, man. So Wayno wanted more music from Kanye, right?